In part 7 of our crash course, we're going to be taking a look at AI's strengths. Now, the very first strength is actually a counter to one of AI's biggest weaknesses that we talked about in the weakness video before this. AI can actually be refocused to give good advice, but it takes some work. So in this section, I'm going to be giving you 3 potential options on how you can approach using AI in college applications. Now, option number 1, before I get into the nitty-gritty, I'll be transparent. There is still a high likelihood that ChatGPT will spit out bad advice based on the poor quality data it looked at from Reddit and Quora forums when ChatGPT was initially trained. And worse yet, the advice will still sound good, but will actually be misleading and counterproductive. But nonetheless, it will still be better than if you didn't do anything at all. So option number 1 is to give ChatGPT more instructions. And so the approach here is to go to your college counselor or guidance counselor and ask them what they think a good college application essay entails. And then tell ChatGPT exactly what they say. So if your counselor says, make sure you're using an authentic voice and make sure you're showing, not telling, tell ChatGPT exactly that. And then ask it for feedback on your essay or ask it for help on brainstorming. Now, ultimately, again, this approach will not be foolproof and there will still be a substantive amount of information that you receive back that sounds good but is actually bad. But nonetheless, it will be better than had you done nothing at all and just used ChatGPT directly. Option number 2 is to use Athena. This is a platform that I have created and I've spent a lot of time retraining and reteaching AI based on thousands of past successful college applications that we have gathered. And ultimately, what this was enabled AI to do is to actually give good, appropriate feedback on a per university basis. So if you are trying to go to Harvard or MIT or UC Riverside or UCLA, we have models specially trained for each of those universities to help you get the best possible university-specific insights on how to ultimately improve your chances of getting in. And so that's option number 2. And again, because we care about accessibility to AI, you can get started on our platform for free right now. And option number 3, honestly, if you don't want to do option 1 or option 2, my honest recommendation is to not use AI at all. If you're using ChatGPT directly, it's going to be impossible to understand what type of advice you're getting that is good versus bad, because it will all sound relatively plausible. And ultimately, you might be shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to creating an actually good college application essay. So ultimately, option number 3 is to not use AI at all. Remember, using this technology, although it does give you a strength in being able to get automated feedback quickly on your essays and help on brainstorming, if you aren't sure the quality of the feedback you're getting, then honestly, you might be doing yourself a disservice. So my honest recommendation, if you do not want to do option 1 or 2, is to not use AI whatsoever. The second strength of AI is its 24/7 availability. Now, anecdotally at least, I can tell you that students find this quite useful. This past admission cycle, Athena ran a pilot with a Southern California-based high school. And we had students submitting essays for review at 11 p.m., at 4 a.m. We had some students were submitting 30 essay reviews in a single day and rapidly iterating on their essay. And so AI's ability to give feedback 24/7 whenever a student needs is really one of its superpowers, since if students can rapidly iterate on their essays, they'll be able to perform much better in the college application process.